what up, what up, what up, fam? What up? What up? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're on this highway talk. Highway talk with Pastor Raz. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hope everybody doing well. Ain't nobody on here. Yo, what up, what up, what up? If you can hear me, y'all can hear me, go in the comments and give me a thumbs up. Or just tell me, yes, I can hear you. Y'all let me know. I'm on this live. I ain't got nobody on here. It's Friday, y'all, so I'm pretty sure everybody working or whatever. Hope everything is going fine for everybody. Usually I come on here a little later, but a little early today, which ain't nothing wrong with that. They say the early birds get the word. Early bird get the word. Y'all, this week been I ain't gonna say challenging, because life is life and people are living, but I want to say R.I.P. to my childhood brother from another mother, Tyrus McBride, man. R.I.P. Tyrus McBride. Y'all, I know genuine people because I'm a genuine person. I can actually say I've had associates to pass on and they wasn't genuine, but this one was a genuine. This one was a real good partner of mine, man. He lived up the street. We called ourselves 11th Street kids, because we grew up on the same street. And Tyrus was more into basketball and ROTC. He was a military dude and everything, but Tyrus, we had a summer league baseball team, and to keep us out of trouble for outside of town, and my mother, she put up the money for our uniforms and stuff, and went and found a new store owner in Muskogee that was getting started, and it was called Chorus Place. So she put Chorus Place on our uniforms. So it was up to me to go out, and find the players and stuff. So all my homeboys, that played elsewhere, they came to us. And they knew we was going to struggle, because we really barely had a coach that first year. Barely had a coach. But they came, and Tyrus, I'm saying this because he didn't really like baseball, but he came and played. Out of respect for my parents, and me and him was cool, respect for me, he came and played, made our roster, made sure we had 9 people out there on the field or whatever to play. So R.I.P. Tyrus McBride. My friend Nazareth Simone Shaw, Vera Shaw, R.I.P. to Vera Shaw, and R.I.P. to Warika Sessions, of the Session Singers of Dallas, Texas. Man, that was a tough one when my boy TK hit me up and told me she had passed away. So, y'all, life is life, and this week been y'all say this week, I'm gonna just start out by saying that this week started off just weird. Look, when you like me, I mind my own business, because that's what the Bible tells us to do, to mind your own business. And I'm never too old to learn, but if I'm always running my mouth, I'm not learning. I don't care who you are. If you gotta have the last say so, you ain't learning nothing. So I would rather just start off in silence because I get to know what's around me. But I come out, this little boy across the way, and I'm gonna tell y'all how the enemy works. The devil always works. Little boy, yay tall. Hey, Mr. Weird Man. I'm like, his mama's on meth. But he called me weird. Wow. But you know what? God said that's what you expect out of demons. The devil, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna close with today. The devil never tells you who you are. And then check it out. I'm at the job, just making some easy money. I'm getting paid anyway, but I'm making extra. But I'm not getting ready to do no extra. I'm making extra money, but so soon as it went bad Monday, I said, yo, I'm out of here. So it's always females because I don't hit on them and I ain't trying to get with them because you don't mix business with pleasure because pleasure will always win. Go handle your business, young man. But anyway, said something about, oh, he acts like he got CPS. Why? Because I don't talk to you. I don't say nothing to you. Oh, and big ups to RIP to my first son, Sir Tyler DeMonte Ragsdale. On July 13th, last Monday, it made 4 years that he's was unalived by the Grand Prairie Police. No criminal history, no nothing, but we ain't gonna get into that because God will. Yes, he did. God will. Who we got on here? What's up, B-Mo? Good morning. Good morning, bro. Already. Yeah, I like to say the early bird get the word. But y'all, since I done got that out the way, my RIPs and stuff, and then how my week started and how people always try to categorize you because people that they can't, as the world say, trigger or they don't understand, they will categorize you or put a label on you just because they don't understand. For real. And they do it, and like I said, this little boy called me weird. Your mama weird? For real. And I ain't never met your daddy. So your upbringing is weird. But you know, I gotta be weird. But hey, to God be the glory on that. And then a little watching the YouTubers, y'all. I noticed this. Look, again, I'ma always say this. If people are, to all my smaller channels, Grandma, Manifest, all the Sheena, everybody that, well, Sheena ain't small. Sheena just getting back in the game. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Forsaking not humble beginnings. You know, I notice when people get to a certain level, they start dissing the smaller. But don't forget the smaller content creators or the smaller channels is what's building you up to be a bigger channel, to get you monetized, to get you some money. So forsaking not humble beginnings, never forget where because look, we used to say this in the country. The same people you meet on the way up is the same people you're gonna meet on your way down. And it's a little a short guy. I don't even give him, I'm not giving him no pull, but I listen to him, and y'all, this is how you know somebody is demonic. This is how you know it's demonic. When you have words with a person or whatever, and you say something, you go back to them and apologize, and then they know you apologize, they told you, but they still keep bashing you and bashing you, basically trying to bully because he's been bullied. See, a lot of short people, they have the bullied mentality out the rip. You can apologize all you want, but then I heard another demon. Remember, the enemy, the devil don't divide his own kingdom. So I heard him, and another dude said, well, maybe I said that wrong. Well, we're all allowed to make mistakes or say some things, which I'm a grown man, so I'm gonna do what's right, even when I don't feel that I'm wrong, be more. Because it's not about right and wrong, it's about righteous. So I did my apologizing, but I noticed that demon is still bashing. That's why somebody told me I wouldn't apologize. I understand that, but you're not me. I'm a pilgrim in a foreign land. So therefore, that's what it is. And look, for all you content creators, man, y'all, let's get on positive content. Let's get on other things. Y'all support other. If y'all look, if you entertain and mess, what are you? If you're entertaining it and it's got you boggled and it's got you caught up in it, what are you? You're just as bad as the people that's making the content. You're just as bad. Because look, no one is right and wrong. No one is right and wrong. But you know what? You look at this stuff, you can see the devil in full blossom. Boy, when you got a person that can say stuff about people's children, but then say, I only get offended when you bring my family in it. But he's all in somebody else's family. I mean, saying your mama ain't nothing, or it's your mama. Talking about people, mamas, bringing other people in it, but say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What are you talking about? That's a reprobated mind. When you can't see your own fault, you're sitting there doing this. A lot of people like that. They can go say that about other people, but then when it's said to them, oh no, you don't do that to me. I'm God. I'm God. That's what I heard. And you know, people that's of the world, they God is like that. They can do whatever, say whatever, but they don't want to be held accountable. Y'all hit that like, subscribe, hype this video later on. Who else on here? I can't see who that is. Mr. Fun or something. I guess it's Mr. Fun. Something like that. But yeah, like I said, I don't believe in giving attention. I'm here to bring light to dark situations, and that's, I mean, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Look, y'all need, man, y'all, it's so much. We gotta stop being bottom feeders. Basically, we're bottom feeders. We're bottom feeders. We're feeding the people. We're feeding demons. And if you don't like something that a demon is doing, stop entertaining that demon. In the YouTube streets is don't subscribe, stop giving views, stop doing that. Because the reason why you're giving the views is because you like it. You like it. And I thank God for deliverance, y'all, because I really, certain channels, I don't even go on them no more. Certain channels I don't mess with. And certain people, God had already showed me that, hey, don't deal with that person. They already gone. So I already knew. But if you don't, say, build your foundation on a solid rock. Whatever you building your foundation on, if your foundation ain't solid, you'll fall for that unsolid stuff. For real. And you'll become a bottom feeder. And bottom feeders mess with your peace of mind. They mess with your train of thought. They cause you to be double-minded. And I'm gonna tell you something else a bottom feeder make you do. Make you be rebellious. For real. That's what bottom feeders cause you to do. They cause you to be rebellious. In my meditation time, God showed me, say, don't waste your time talking to people that's loving the life of sin. Cause it ain't, it's vanity. It's vain. He said, I got some people out there that want the truth and they want to be set free. Those are the people that you bring my word to. Because them bottom feeders, them people, them takers, those moochers, those people that never grow up, those people that put titles on you, glory be to God. Huh? Oh, you shouldn't have that because you're a pastor is a title. He said those people that put a title on you and don't see you for who you are, not your title, don't fool with. I don't care if you a mother or a father. If somebody tell you, I'll always be my mama, I'm not a title. Or you always be my dad, I'm not a title. You don't respect me. For real, titles change, but you don't respect me. You're gonna respect me. You ain't gonna run game on me. That's a game runner. That's the devil. Call the devil out. Because if you think of that, common sense tells you, my mama, no matter whether she alive or dead, she's still my mama. But I'm still a grown man. I still got to go get it. So if anybody got you stuck up on there, you my mama, you my daddy, you supposed to do that, let them know, say, man, the devil is a lie. You better grow up. Because you're going to start eating your words when you start having your own kids. Now what? You still want to be a kid? That's an oxymoron. Because kids don't supposed to have kids. That ain't even in my topics, y'all. Another thing that we do, stop genderizing and start realizing. Especially on the street sector, y'all. We need to realize that these are premature adults, whether it's a man or a woman. These people are preemies in the spirit. That's why they're doing interviews for $40, for $20, after the addicts are taking whatever the content creator dishes out. They're premature. I don't care what channel y'all see them interviewing on. They could be on Yarbo, they could be on Troy, they could be on that other one, they could be on whatever. They're still premature. They could be on Grandma's channel, they could be on our channel. They're still premature. And y'all done heard me say this, a snake is a snake. Hey, I'm from Muskogee, Oklahoma, whoever just asked that. Hey, what's going on? Is that Manifest? I don't know who that is. Oh, Miss Chocolate. That's Miss Chocolate. What's going on, Miss Chocolate?
And Miss Chocolate, I've been listening
but
to
yeah. But you know what? Back to what I was saying, y'all. These are premature people. If you have a preemie baby, y'all know a preemie baby is underdeveloped. So a person that's spiritually immature, a preemie in the spirit, they're not mature in their mind. They might be grown in age, but they're not grown in their spirit. For real. They don't have that maturity level. So vultures take advantage of that. Vultures take advantage of that. Now, these people are grown, but you got to understand you dealing with premature. Or we can call it immature. If you would rather go get drunk or rather take drugs rather than find you an apartment or a roof over your head and find food, that's a sign of immaturity. You never left the stage of your mama and daddy feeding you and wanting to do something for you at all times. You're premature. You're very immature, premature. Your spirit needs to grow up. And that's what we're dealing with. And something else I noticed, a lot of females get on the panels, and they do a lot of talking. They tough love, tough love, tough love. You know what? That's the problem. Your tough love is not agape love. I'm about agape love. First of all, your tough love, I bet you something in your house ain't right. You didn't raise your children properly. I don't need your tough love, but I know I can't live without God's agape love. So it ain't about expressing our man-made love or tough love. No, it's really about agape love. And if you ain't talking about agape love, you gonna fail every single time. Every single time. Every single time. If you ain't talking about agape love, if you ain't talking about godly love, you're gonna fail every single time. But see, that's the way the world talks. That's tough love. Okay, if your tough love is so right, why you judging? Again, go back in your own house. Go back in put your own DVD in and press play. And you'll see all kind of fault in it. So that tough love you need to give yourself. While you out trying to be a teacher. While you out trying to tell people what they need to do and what's right and wrong. Have you told yourself that? Have you allowed God to deal with you? With agape love, not your tough love. And I thank God that he don't go off of tough love, because if it was tough love, we'd be all doomed. We'd be all doomed. And you know what? Something else. I notice people get on this YouTube, on these YouTube streets, y'all, and they say, don't talk. Oh, I'm doing well today. I hope everything's good with you too. Thanks, Darth Vader. We working on it, bro. We working on it. But yeah, a lot of people on these YouTube streets, I heard a gentleman say, again, I only get offended when you bring my family or people that ain't. You know what? Wisdom. Here's some wisdom. What you show is what you're giving away. What you show is what you're giving away. Say, for instance, me. If I had a newborn, I wouldn't show y'all my newborn. Y'all wouldn't know that. Y'all wouldn't know nothing. Because I know anything that goes on social media is fair game. And I'm not going to think that I'm above the rest, or under the rest, or less than the rest, but I know I'm in the game. So if I don't want y'all to talk about, if I'm going to be sensitive towards, or I don't have a comeback for you saying something about my child or whatever, I'm not even going to show you my child. I'm not going to do that. Because if I do it and I don't expect something, I'm trying to make myself better than you. So if black people shouldn't call each other monkeys or whatever, black people shouldn't try to make other black people feel smaller than them. For no purpose. We shouldn't exploit our homeless black people we should not exploit our unemployed young black men. See, we pick and choose what we want to do and act like somebody better than the other. Ain't no big eyes and little U's and big U's and little me's. We're all supposed to be human beings. So all that stuff is trash, man. But it's content. It's content. And I would advise all the up-and-coming content creators, don't get caught up in what's going on, y'all, because everything is like a bullet. It's a fad. Everything is a fad, man. It'll be hot for a minute, and then it's not. So you got to get in something solid. I thank the Lord that, hey, I'm going to just keep spitting the word of God. I'm gonna keep sticking positivity to people. And if the rock hits you, holler. I'm going to keep telling the truth. Because the truth will set you free. It'll make you free. MC Hammer was hot back in the day. Today he's not. The Isley Brothers was hot back in the day. They're not hot now. Jodeci was hot. They're not as hot as they was back in the day. Say, back in the 90s, Denzel was the hottest thing on the market. Now he's not. Everything is a fad. So a lot of these content creators, I understand what they're doing. They say, let me get it, build it up, build it up, build it up. But if you're grown, you're going to be a future thinker, and you're going to think ahead. You're going to build it on something solid that you can grow on. So you don't want to grow your channel on mess. Because if you grow it on mess, you got to keep being messy. You don't want to do that. What up, Manifest? But yeah, don't grow your channel on mess. And remember, young ladies, what you show is what you give away. What you show is what you give away. Y'all know how these highway talks. I'm gonna just tell y'all what I see. You know, it's a lot of things I see, and I'm like, that's not age appropriate. It's not even size appropriate. In other words, they say one size fit all, but one size is not for all. Somebody get that in the morning. What you show is what you're giving away. If you want respect, conduct yourself in a respectful way. It's not a sin for a man to be a man and a woman to be a woman. It is not a sin. It is not a sin. Y'all, it is not a sin to apologize. It is not a sin to admit you wrong about something. People that can't admit they're wrong are people that are so self-centered they have no God in them. For real. Y'all notice I didn't put no gender with that. Because the devil don't care what gender you are. He seeks whom he may devour. That's just real talk. And the enemy's going to always come at you telling you what you're not. For real. Look, the enemy works like this. Somebody will tell you the truth, and he'll make you question the truth. He'll make you question the truth. Instead of listening to what that person said, he'll make you say, who are they to say that? They not perfect. But did that person just tell you the truth? See, God is not the author of confusion. He gonna always keep you going tit for tat, going back and forth. That's the way the devil does. He gonna keep you going back and forth. Nothing gets resolved, so nothing revolutionizes. There's never a revival, meaning we're not reviving back to God. We're not getting anywhere. We're like a hamster on the wheel. In good shape with nowhere to go. Setting up full of pride. Another I went through this week in my meditation time. Matthew 7:6, y'all. It says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you." That word rend means tear you up. Look, your treasure's your money. I don't care what kind of pity party a person is giving you. He said, cast not your treasure unto dogs and swine. Look, and as I researched that, dogs and swine is people that deliberately go against the word of God. Oh, glory. Yes. Y'all, I like to study. And as I studied that in my Bible, he said, those are people that deliberately, I said don't do that. And they go do it, and then you turn around and give to them and think you're going to be blessed. It ain't going to be like that. He said, don't cast your treasure taking care of a grown child. Your grown child ain't did nothing right, ain't going to do nothing right, and y'all both living cursed lives. Help somebody on this Friday morning, Lord. Help somebody. For real. Somebody needs some help. You wonder why your work seem in vain. Because you cashing your treasure under swine. They deliberately go fornicate. They deliberately go drink. They go deliberately go do drugs. They deliberately doing wrong. And you financing. Talking about you love them. They don't love you. The devil don't love nobody. Not even himself. He didn't have enough sense to get out of self and keep his position in the kingdom. So you on the devil's team. For my child, you know what? That might be all well and good. But you know what I'm not going to do? I ain't going to hell for nobody. That's what I say. I ain't going to hell for nobody. If the Lord say cast not your treasure on the swine, I'm not doing it. And check it out. When you do it, give them a little time. They're going to call again with that same mess. That's why at the end, it said, and turn again and tear you up. The word rend means to tear. Or you can say tear, meaning they're going to make you cry. They're going to tear you up, y'all. Oh, my goodness. You can't, look, a lot of this stuff going on YouTube, y'all, our money ain't good money. Our money ain't good money. You get it, and as soon as you get it, it's gone. That's a struggle man's lifestyle. I would rather have $20 blessed than $100 cursed. That $20 blessed will take me where I need to go. all money ain't good money. It is not good money. If I'm tearing down my brothers and sisters, and I'm not putting your child or my child bigger than nobody. I'm saying we're all brothers and sisters. Because see, that's that old coward stuff. Don't say shit. No. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. And before you do something, all you gotta do, since you love your child so much, would you want someone out there recording your daughter, whether she's 30 or whether she's 18 or younger, and benefiting off of it? No, you wouldn't. So why you doing it? Only people to do that, say, and you think that ain't gonna come back on you? Be not deceived. God is not to be mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that he shall reap. I don't care how many vacations you go on. It's gonna all be in vain when it come down to it. I would rather have $20 blessed than $1,000 cursed. Because he told me, the Lord told me he'll supply he said that I supply your needs according to my riches in glory. So my job as his son is to just be obedient. Humble myself under his leadership. It's gonna be some things that I want to do that I shouldn't do, that I gotta say no to. Real talk. Y'all hit that like, hype this video later on. Y'all hype this video later on. And y'all store this because you're gonna need it. The enemy is out here destroying. Y'all see what they did to that little brother down in Mississippi. Y'all, you know what? I say this all the time. Black people, we always fighting each other. But I have yet to hear a up-and-coming channel address what they just Mississippi. That Nolan kid. We'll avoid that. Those are the issues. See, that's what I thank God for maturity, because he said those are the tough conversations. Those are the things that need to be addressed, because those are the things that's happening. And it's destroying homes. It's destroying hearts. Not this mess going on YouTube. You said this, you called me this, and you called me that. And you so shallow and immature. Go on and get a and put a diaper on and let your mama burp you. For real. It's real issues out here. If we gonna come together, let's talk about that tough conversation. Everybody want to avoid what needs to be talked about, but give attention to dumb stuff. Because that's all they know. That's all they used to. Oh yeah, I know how to act a fool. I know how to act a fool. That's all I've been doing all my life. But growing up, you ain't never did that. Shutting your mouth, you ain't never did that. So things you don't understand, you think is weak. Now, what's weak is your immaturity. What's weak is your lack of discipline. What's weak is your unemployment. What's weak is being homeless. That's weak. What's weak is putting your financial future in another man's hand. Big up the chosen, man. Big up the chosen. Let's see. B. Moore said a lot of people spend everything they get as soon as they get it. No planning for the future. That includes job. Exactly. Exactly, B. Moore. I just told somebody this. I had a homeboy. And this is something, I'm so tired of people. I hear people say this. I heard Sharp tell, what's his name? Stevenson. What's that boy name? That boxer? Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson told Sharp that he was stupid when it came to boxing. And he said, you shouldn't call nobody stupid. I went to college. I got a college degree. I'm so tired of people thinking college degrees is the end all, meet all. That's what people have trained you to think. Get you a degree, and I'm telling you, you get you a degree, you're gonna be in debt for the next 20 years paying for it. For real. You better off going to the military and letting them pay for it and get it. And because one thing about the military, they're gonna train you. You'll get more training, on the job training right there. That's what you get, on the job training. So when I hear black people say this, it irks me. Because everybody's get an education, and I'm the same, man. I know a brother, big ups to my homeboy Chris Marshall. Chris Marshall, he wasn't the brightest in books. And we took automotive technology together, y'all. And I would take the book because I knew and I had love for Chris, still love Chris. And I would read because the instructor would tell him to read, and all the Caucasian kids would laugh at him. And I didn't like that. So every time he told him to read, I would take the book. He'd be like, Ragsdale, I said, well, I'm Marshall right now. And I would read. So they would give us the projects, give us hard projects, like rebuilding motors and stuff. So I was a mute. So I didn't like hurt my knuckles and my fingers, jamming my fingers or breaking my fingers and stuff, dealing with car motors and tools and stuff. So I said, I do all the paperwork. I do the spec research, looking up the specs, seeing what we got to bore this hole to, and do all the paperwork. And you do the major part of the labor. So that's how we made it through automotive. That's how we got certified in our class. But I said that to say this. Look, Chris was in LD, and he was in learning disability classes. We called it special ed. But you know what? He got on his job with the city. Like our 9th grade year, his daddy got him a job with the city. Y'all, we graduated in 1988. It's 2026. That young man had what we call commitment, dedication, and discipline. And he's doing a lot better than somebody, I have a master's degree and blah, 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 say. When he go buy a car, he borrows his own money. Y'all hit that like, hit that hype button, subscribe, and subscribe to the Ragsdale channel. That boy is giving back to himself. He's buying everything himself because he got somewhere and dedicated and committed. That's why, you know, we got a lot of young people now that say, oh, I got a job. You're supposed to work. Don't come tell me you got a job until you've been there 5 years. Whatever. I'm not getting ready to pat you on the back, son. Oh, I got a job. What? Oh, you were supposed to stay with your mama and depend on your girl to take care of you your whole life? Nah, you supposed to be working, dude. I'm not, because you're making me look bad. For real. You really messing with me. By coming tell me you doing stuff that you supposed to do, you telling me I didn't parent you right. I didn't do a good job. If you want me, and I'm not getting ready to pamper you. I've already changed your diaper. So I don't continue to pamper grown people. That's what's wrong with a lot of these people on the street sector. They've been pampered at home, and now they're on the street expecting other people to pamper them. And then other people, because they have hearts and compassion without the spirit of discernment, they falling for that same old stuff. If your mama don't want to fool with you, I'm not getting ready to walk in that. Say, look, what we've got to learn to do, don't step out of one frying pan, into a boiling pot. Mama don't have new tricks. I can't have compassion for you if you don't have enough compassion for yourself not to be doing wrong. How I'm gonna love you when you don't love yourself? If you out there prostituting your body out, and I'm not talking about streetwalkers, I'm gonna just go ahead and be bold. Y'all know I'm bold with it. You having premarital sex. Oh, he cared about me. He took me to Papa Do's. Let me tell you something. You gonna have a bowel movement on Papa Do's food just like Roman noodles. If he bought you with a meal, you ain't nothing. If he bought you with a meal, you ain't. If he bought you with an outfit, you ain't nothing. You ain't too much of nothing. Because you can buy your own food and you can get your own outfit. And check it out. You right, Manifest. 21 and it's done. But check it out. Check it out. If you there's no value. Let me talk to my ladies. Your temple, you only get one. There's no value, no valuable, no dollar that you should take to give your body away. Your body, you only get one. And I'm not a woman, so I don't know the pain of labor, but I've seen it. I've seen the results, how it changes a woman's body. Make sure before you do the deed, you with somebody that wants to succeed. See, all that talking, now look at what a person is doing. That's why the word says not the hearers of the word, but the doers of the word are justified. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying this, because this was not in my notes. But somebody needs to hear this. You done gave yourself to a bum. You done gave yourself to someone that's relying on mama and daddy and expect him to be able to take care of you and a child. That's an oxymoron. That don't even make good sense. So I got to go back to the person who gave up the garden. Who allowed this person to plant seeds in the garden? Those are tough conversations, but see, people don't like to have those conversations, y'all, because those are not popular on the YouTube streets. Because we know sex sells in our life, in our world, and that's what everybody wants. Sex, you know, and that's the society we living in. That's the society we living in, y'all. But I've been on here about 50 minutes, y'all. I'ma say this. Look, over in Revelations 12 and 10, it calls the devil the accuser of our brothers and sisters. Y'all, and what gets me on these YouTube streets is all brothers. The majority is brothers and sisters. There's a couple of other races on here, but the majority of beef that's going on is brothers and sisters. And what's so sad, we're like that in real life and we bring it over here. So I'm like this in real life. I like to stick with my people and bring my people together. First of all, I want to stick with you if you're a child of God. That's one. But after that, black people, we want other races to give us equality. Well, we don't even treat each other equal. If our opinions don't match up, we want to say something wrong. No, I just want to fool with you. I ain't gonna say you wrong. You do you. I'm not gonna fool with you. That's not my lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna mind my own business and grow what God has for me. I'm gonna put the vegetables. I'm gonna water the vegetables He's put in my garden. But the Bible calls the devil the accuser. He's gonna always tell you a lie. And as I come to the conclusion, y'all, you are who God says you are. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you are who God says you are. And remember, God offers affirmations, not accusations. God offers affirmations, not accusations. Always accusing. That's what the enemy does. We got to come out of that. We got to come out of that. Y'all say, well, oh man, that you ain't talking about nothing. Well, I'm telling you the truth, because God knew you before you were here. God knew you before you knew you were you. He made you. And check it out. God knows your worst and your best. But what I love about Him, the one who knows your worst loves your best. The enemy don't love nothing good about you. That's why he make you bring out all your bad. He gonna keep you always bitter, angry, upset. We need to stop worrying about our shortcomings and look to the hill, to the man that's coming. Because He's coming back for His church. He coming back. And He said He's coming back for His bride. Without a spot or wrinkle. So we got to clean up, y'all. Even on the YouTube streets. We need to start in our spirit. Because right now, we're raising a bunch of immature, undisciplined adults. Working is not the old way. It is the only way. It's the only way. All you people that's struggling with addiction, that's struggling with homelessness, that's struggling with not having a job, give God something to play with. Make an effort. It's no other grown. You're grown. It's not another grown person obligation to take care of you. We're so upside down and out of order that now you see the woman doing all the work and telling the man what to do. She tell that boy, shut up, and he just shut up. And then you look at the boy and the girl, and their hair is done just like alike. We're so upside down, y'all. We're out of order. It's pathetic. And I'm going to stay in order.
Kurt said, what are you willing to ask yourself to get to where you want to go?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kurt. What are you willing to ask of yourself to get where you want to go? That's the question. That's the question. Y'all write that down somewhere. That's a self check. Something you need to put on your mirror. Yeah. Elder Mary said, what are you willing to ask of yourself to get where you want to go? You know, because what you put in is what you're going to get out. If you don't put no effort into something, you're not, you can't expect other people to do it for you.
Elder Mary's in $2.
You gotta be able to put forth an effort. And again, big up to Chosen. Say, man, Chosen, I've been watching your interviews and stuff, and it's okay to say Pastor Raz. Don't let nobody dictate you. Pastor Raz gave you the name Chosen. Now, somebody else said Chosen World, but I told you, instead of calling yourself Chaos, call yourself Chosen. And I noticed when a person asked you about that, you said one of my fans, No, tell him your YouTube pastor told you Chosen. That's who told you. And you know what? Do your interview. Don't try to be like nobody. Because God created you. You're good enough. You don't have to emulate no other man that's on YouTube. Interview people, allow them to express themselves, and just be yourself. Don't try to be no one else. Be yourself. And keep posting, son. Just keep posting. And don't let nobody change you, Chosen. And you know what? Stop watering other people's grass. Water your own grass. Look, you ain't gonna never do nothing if you all over there lifting up somebody else's channel, but you got your own channel. Lift up your own channel. Content creators, and we support one another. If we all stick together and stop, you know what the enemy is doing? And y'all, it's a whole bunch of small content creators, and then I'm gonna get off here, y'all. But we was doing well for a minute. Everybody was getting monetized, everything. And now it seems like the bigger ones is making the smaller ones turn against each other and stop supporting. Well, what if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of the big ones are jealous. The reason why is because the views have went down. Because the smaller channels are taking their views, yo. That's why a bigger channel will come get on a smaller channel. The reason why he coming to your channel, because his numbers are dipping. Y'all, it's common sense. It's common sense. Big channel, I ain't even gonna say their name. I was told years ago, I ain't even saying your name. Then all of a sudden he came over talking noise. Uh-oh. But you know what it was? Razdale came in with a little paper. So the interviews was getting paid more. And they like, hold up. If these church folk paying us more and this dude over here ain't giving up, so that means you gotta spend more. So I know he don't like Rags. He can't stand Pastor Rags. Because I learned well in corporate America. The way you affect someone is mess with their pockets, their money. All that talking, words, and all that bickering, that don't do nothing. If you want to affect somebody, affect their pocketbook. That's how you get a person. So you wouldn't acknowledge me if I wasn't affecting your pocketbook. So all these people, Granny, they coming in for you. You affecting their pockets. Or no, Granny, you growing now. So a lot of people are leeching on, bringing your name up because they trying to they clout chase. So let them help you grow as you grow into that. and they grow as well. But when it comes down to it, the small content creators got to stick together. Say, man, y'all subscribe to a person's channel that y'all don't watch. Y'all don't watch the Raise there. Y'all don't want to hear about God. Subscribe, because you're going to need God one day. One day you're going to need God. You might think you don't need him, but we all need him.
Miss Tangler LaRue. I think that's her name.
We all need God. Miss Tangler, what about her?
Tangler LaRue.
What about her?
Telling her to subscribe to her channel.
Well, I don't know her, but Tangler LaRue, I think I done seen her a couple of times. That's another small channel. But I'm saying, also, I want to encourage the small content creators. Say, man, have some umption about yourself, some maturity about yourself. Look, when I was a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away those childish things. We've got to grow up. We got to be a better example for our young people. If we online fussing and fighting and bickering, say, man, you're a fool. We're fools. As seasoned adults, we're fools. That goes for me, Lady T. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
I can say it all the time, because I tell her, don't do that.
Right.
Because it's the truth. Not my truth, it's God's truth. Don't just talk about it, but be about it. If you setting up entertaining them, worried about what they calling you, come on now. Things that's not important don't need to be addressed. Because what the enemy does, he have you addressing irrelevant things, and he's destroying you on relevant things. And before I get out of here, look, Kirk Kurz is down in Oklahoma. Kirk, send your info in the comments about all your organization and what you got going on. Y'all, we need to black men, we need to get prostate exams. We need to check ourselves for the big C word. I don't know whether we can say that on YouTube. Can we say cancer on YouTube?
I think so.
Okay. I said cancer. We need to be checked for cancer. Again, Tyrus McBride, I just lost him. He just transitioned from cancer. Say, y'all, we need to be checked. It's something serious, and y'all might not want to hear this, but we need to get checked. That thing is sneaky. It come up on you. Say, man, you don't have to all the finger plugging and all that. No, it don't take that. Kurt, put your information in the what's name so we can pass on this information, because y'all need to go on the KurtKurz.org and get the information and get the test that he offers, where you could prick your finger now. I believe he said you could prick your finger and test and see if you need to go further with getting tested for cancer. We need to acknowledge those things. Also, black men, be more. I want to do something where we just have a panel where we do a check-in where it's about mental health, black man's mental health. So be more. You need to get at me. I think you emailed me. I think I saw your email, but email me a number where I could call you and talk to you. I want to do something with mental health. I want to do a check-in, because I got some brothers. I'm pretty sure Kurt Kurz, he'll be down to do that with us also, about mental health. And y'all be looking out for the NFL family fight when football season comes. We'll be doing that again this year. So y'all just stay encouraged. And as I always say on these things, man, like I said, these YouTube streets, it's a blessing, y'all. It's a blessing. Y'all hit that thumbs up, hit that like. Look, I ain't got no beef with nobody. Don't want no beef with nobody. I don't know y'all. If I don't fool with you on a personal level, I don't know you. I don't know you to dislike you. I respect other people's hustles, but most of all, I respect God. And right is right and wrong is wrong. And every dollar is not a good dollar. Like I said, I'd rather have $20 blessed than $1 million cursed. Because all you doing is giving it back.
He said he'll get back at you with his number.
All right. All right. But hey, y'all be safe this weekend. We'll probably be doing some mukbanging this weekend. Sunny South Dallas, y'all be looking for the Ragsdale channel because we going sunny South Dallas. We going to your old neighborhood, Kirk, this weekend, baby. As I always say, if they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand up opposite of you, leave them in the hands of the Lord. They're out. Let God deal with them. He'll fight your battle if you just be still. Deuces.